Hello, howdy, what is up? Do. Hello, hello, hello. You know what today is? Musical Muse Day. Merge Day? No, it's Merge Day actually, not Muse Day. Which kind of sounds like I'm saying Mew Day, you know, as in like... That is not what I'm saying. Yeah, I've heard of Metopia. I used to have like a 3DS and stuff. Okay, alrighty. I think I'm almost done. Everything on the side. You're playing it? Nice, nice. That's pretty cool. There we go. Finally, I managed to set up everything in a timely manner. Yay! Alright. And because of that, we can just jump right into this. Huzzah! Wonderful. Great. We're watching Epic. Act 2. We finished Act 1 on Tuesday. So we're going to Act 2 today. I got a little lost for a second in my brain hole. Alright, sweet. Let's just jump into this. I got it here on the side. We finished off the Underworld saga, and now we're going into the Thunder saga. Enjoy your tacos, Lorm. Whoa, wait. Let's turn that music off. And maybe I should probably do a little YouTube intro. Hello, YouTube. Today we're going to be reacting to Epic the Musical, Act 2. We finished Act 1. I'm ready to jump into Act 2. So yeah, we'll just jump into it. By the way, the original is down in the description. You know, you can get a link to the playlist where we're watching all this stuff. All the animatics. They're really good. I've been really enjoying them. Yada, yada, yada. Also check out Jorge. I forget his last name. He's the one who's making all these songs. They're so good. Alright, let's just get into it. Suffering. This animatic is by Gigi. Really like their animatics. It's really good. This one, this is like the siren pretending to be Penelope. I really liked that in the beginning, how everything was so indistinct, like over here. This is like them transforming, essentially. And now, what a perfect look. Looks just like Penelope.
Don't you miss me more than you know?
Honestly, that, by the way, I'm going to pause a lot. If you don't like that, check out the original. I really like, whenever I hear that line, I always feel like he's being honest there. Like, even though he knows it's not really Penelope, but he does miss her a lot. And here in the animatic, you can kind of see it in the expression, honestly.
Then jump in the water and kiss me. Penelope, I've told you this before. You know I'm afraid of the water.
Or, well, realistically, you know, he is a captain who's been at sea for many years. He knows it's a siren.
I'll make sure that you are safe and sound. Come play with me and our daughter and let's watch.
The daughter's so, like, blank-eyed and derpy. Which is also, I mean, if the siren, like, magic was working, like their song, that it wouldn't have mattered that he doesn't have a daughter. But I mean, since it's not, he's like, bro, they're not even trying to trick me.
Our love leave the ground. Oh, I would, but I'd be suffering trying to float the whole time. I would take the suffering from you. As good as it sounds, right here I'm just fine. I can take the suffering.
Also, I like that wave effect that comes off of her. I'm guessing that's like the magic that should be affecting him, but he can't hear her.
From you.
feet on the ground.
Take the suffering from you.
Jeez. Right there, so close to get for the whole crew to die, essentially. We just managed to grab him. But I guess he has to bait her closer somehow.
Fine, but only if you answer a question or two.
Of course.
Okay, so let's say I was on the run, or hiding, from, I don't know, Poseidon, and
I like that they're using like the actual pottery style, essentially. I don't know why a lot of pottery vases had like these like arrow designs on them. Like ancient Greek specifically. And the way Odysseus was drawn on the boat, that's also how they draw people.
let's say he blocked the way home with giant waves and giant storms.
Oh no.
How am I to evade
Oh no.
him? How am I to get home? Which route should I take? Where am I supposed to go?
He will chase you high and low. So
I do like the focus on her mouth because in different beasts which come after this, he tells us that he's been like reading her lips because he like has his ears filled with beeswax. Just a nice little nod there.
find a place he'd never go. The one way you'll get home is sailing where he's scared to roam. Oh, it's through the lair of Scylla.
I love how informative she also whoa Scylla, we're seeing her. I love how informative the siren's being is like, yeah, here's this information. Not even like a trap or anything, which we know it's not. Because as far as the siren's concerned, she just needs to say whatever to get him to like get off the boat. Because she thinks he's under the effect of her siren's call.
No.
This is your only way home. The lair of Scylla.
But Scylla has a cost.
Well, you asked and now you know.
Gosh. I feel like the reason the siren is coming out in this part is just because she's like, the whole you asked and now you know is just her being, she feels kind of satisfied that he's like actually like taken aback. Because because as far from her perspective, he's been acting weirdly like confident and unwilling to do what she says.
Now jump in the water.
Penelope, why? You know I'm too shy and terrified.
I love the hair flick. Everybody does the hair flick. It's like, it's so good.
I would take the suffering from you.
For you I would die, but can't you let me stay?
I will take the suffering from
You should come onto the ship. We'll jump at the same time.
I will take the suffering from you.
The things I do for you.
The things I do for you line is very good because, like, he's saying it to her, but that is very emblematic of him with the things he'll do for Penelope, just in general, which we know is quite a lot. So, in a way, he's doing this for Penelope, about to murder this siren.
I would, but
Oh, this one's by Ochin, or Ouchin, however you pronounce it.
let's cut the charade. You are no wife of mine.
I love the instant switch up in vibe. As soon as the arrow hits, it's like, bro, we're not playing this game anymore.
You've been trying to take my.
Oh, and for the animation, I love how, like, the Penelope disguise
No wife of
essentially,
mine.
like, just fades off of her.
You've been trying to take my life this whole time.
Yep.
I know underwater.
I'm sorry, I'm pausing a lot already. But, just look at the siren's
Life this whole
expressions.
time.
We got this. Two of these are like whatever, but this one, she seems kind of like sad and concerned.
I know underwater there are packs of you hiding.
Oh gosh, he's so scary in this song. He's a different beast. That's the title of the song. I don't know if I said that.
Yeah, I know exactly what you are. A siren. My real wife knows I'm not scared of the water. And my real wife knows I don't have a daughter.
That's a funny way to draw like a stab wound, which is like a bunch of scratches.
But while you were so focused on turning my men into snacks, you didn't notice that your friends got snatched.
Ruh-roh.
We are a different beast now. We are the ones who feast now. No more of us deceased, cause we won't take more suffering from you.
You know, now that I think about it, it's kind of unfortunate that none of the other sirens that were being captured like screamed, being like, bro, he's on to us, scatter. Or maybe they were like hoping they would manage, like maybe the other ones that were captured were hoping that the main one would convince Odysseus to jump into the water, and then they could like take them down from there. I don't know.
We are the man-made monsters. We are the ones who conquer. You are a threat no longer. We won't take more suffering from you. We've been away from home for about 12 years or so. First we slayed in our own war, and now we're here with more foes. While on the run from Poseidon, we found a ship with no crew. I realized nearby there were sirens, singing sailors to their dooms.
I feel like I've mentioned this before, but it's a really good thing that Odysseus just knows so many different like threats that exist in the ocean. Because if they just encountered a boat and they hadn't known about the sirens already, which it seems like only Odysseus knew. I guess maybe that's like a king's education. That's like part of it. They would have been like, well, that's weird. Time to go on, and then get consumed by the siren and their song.
We filled our ears with beeswax. That's how we resist your song. You pretended to be my wife, so I just played along. I read your lips and phrases, scanning for information. Sirens know about every route and horizon. Now I know how to get back to my island.
You know, a bit of an interesting thing. How did you know that they would just know all the places? What if they just, like, don't ever leave this one area, you know? Like, they just haunt this specific part of the sea. What if there's, like, different tribes? Because they are sapient, you know? I don't know. Give me a moment. My eye is like, oh my goodness. My eye decided to start not doing great. My goodness. Oh. Ah, I see. Do-do-do.
We are a different beast now. We are the ones who feast now. No more of us deceased, cause we won't take more suffering.
You know, we are the ones who feast now. Quite a wild line. I don't think they mean it that they're gonna like eat the sirens. At least not their like, you know, the fish part. I don't think that's what it means. Although it does kind of feel like it, but I think it probably means more of like the Cyclops. Because the Cyclops was the one that, like, killed them and it was gonna eat them. So it was like, now we are the Cyclops here, you know? We're the big bad. Got, like, multiple of the different expressions. They're all crying, which, fair enough.
Monsters, we are the ones who conquer. You are a threat no longer. We won't take more suffering from you.
Spare us. Oh, spare us, please.
Hey Bellatrix, welcome to the stream. I wonder, that part right there, when they're singing Spare Us, is it the way it is because, you know, there's like multiple of them singing? Or are they still trying to use like their siren song to like manipulate them? Both? Neither? I don't know. Either way, you're not getting spared.
Why? So you can kill the next group of sailors in this part of the sea?
God, that expression is so good. He's like, really? You're actually asking me to spare you?
Nah, you wouldn't have spared me. I made a mistake like this. It almost cost my life. I can't take more risks of not seeing my wife. Cut off their tails! We're ending this now. Throw their bodies back in the water. Let them drown.
gosh, the just dismiss the dismissive nature there is so good. Also, it is interesting that he's like, nah, I'm sparing you guys. Not gonna do that. Which, by the way, to be fair, I do actually agree that sparing them was a bad idea, so he shouldn't. Because what he said about them just eating like another boat, very true. This clearly, there's already been one boat of people that have been devoured. There's probably gonna be more if you guys let him live. That being said, his whole thing about, you know, I can't take more risks to not see my wife. Important thing, he did spare Cersei, and that ended up being really good for them. So we have at least one counter example of how mercy is good. Although I will say, personally, I think we have more examples of mercy being bad. I don't know. Ruthlessness is like the main thing of this whole musical. But humility, I feel like, is still a pretty major part of it. Arrogance and humility was a pretty massive thing in the original Odyssey. And I do think it shows up here as well. I guess he wasn't being merciful to Cersei. He showed humility to Cersei. And that did good. And he was arrogant with the Cyclops. It does still shine through, but moving on. I'm sorry. I've yapped enough.
He is a different beast now. He is the one who feasts now. No more of us deceased, 'cause he won't take more suffering from you.
Bro, this whole... I'm sorry. Give me a moment. I do like, by the way, that the siren is not... She's, like, surviving because she's not in the boat. But this whole part...
Now, he is the one who...
Her perspective on him, of him, like, as an actual monster, which... If the sirens were the one to win, or were the ones to go on to tell this story, they probably would have told the story of this horrific monster that tears off your legs, or tails, I guess, for them, that travels on, like, boats. 'Cause that is how the stories go.
Feast now, no more of us deceased, 'cause he won't take more suffering from you. He is the man-made monster. He is the one who conquers. You are a threat no longer. He won't take more suffering from you.
Interesting note that I really want to point out. They go from we are the man-made monsters to saying he is the man-made monster. He is the one who conquers. Not sure of the implications of going from we to he. As if they're like saying that he's like more of a monster than everybody else. But it's an interesting note. Kill 'em all.
Kill them all.
Man, they really humanized the sirens here. Which, oof. That hurts. Again, they were going to eat these people. But like with the Cyclops, you could have been more merciful even in how you killed them and how you dealt with them. Like blinding the Cyclops and then leaving him alive. Is that more merciful or less merciful? I don't know. I feel like committing one way or another would have been better. Because now you've taken away their sight, and now they just have to live like that. And for them, it's like, did you have to cut off their tails and throw them into the water? Which they will drown because, you know, like fish, they get water into their gills, like, by swimming. And also by, like, flapping them with their fins into their like, gills. That's why a lot of their gills are under their fins. But still. And now she's just looking at them and being like, oh my god, wow, all my friends and family are being murdered in front of me.
Kill them all.
Whoa.
Yes, yes.
One man's hero is another's monster. Alright. And now, we're at Scylla. I actually really like this one. And I have thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts.
The lair of Scylla.
Oh, I'm sorry. This one is by Creo? Creo? Creo. I'm gonna say Creo.
This is our only way home.
Deep down.
I love that from the very beginning, before we even see Scylla, and before any of them see Scylla, she's already singing into our ears, into Odysseus's ear.
You're quiet today.
Deep down.
Not much to say.
Deep down,
You hide a reason for
I
shame.
got a secret.
And I guess into Eurylochus's ear as well. Eurylochus's? I think I'm saying that right. I'm
And I
gonna...
can no longer keep. Deep down,
You know that we are the same.
I opened the windbag while you were asleep.
Oh, yeah, he's like, oh, God. I've seen many different interpretations of that reactions. In some of them, he's, like, clearly betrayed, like in this one. In other ones, he's just, like, so dead, he doesn't even react to it. Because he knows what he's about to do. I don't know how it's going to be interpreted here. But, wow, what a rough time to bring that up, right? To be fair, Eurylochus doesn't know they're about to get sacrificed, or the whole Scylla thing. Because none of the crew knows that, by the way. They all had their earwax, you know, beeswax in their ears. So, they didn't get any say in this, by the way. Which I think is a pretty major thing, and is what a very large part of what leads into the mutiny that comes afterwards. Because I'm like, they didn't know. If they had known that somebody was gonna be, that people had to be sacrificed for them to get through, would they have been willing to do that? I don't know. Odysseus didn't give them the option because he didn't want to risk them not wanting to do that. Because there you go. If you tell them, okay, hey, listen, to get past Scylla, some people need to get sacrificed. And if everyone says, no, we don't want to sacrifice anybody, he can't now trick them to go into Scylla because they know where Scylla is. They're like, no, we're not going in there. We're just not. Or we'll die. So he's like, just go this way. Don't worry about it. That's why I'm mostly on the crew side, by the way. I really want to get my feelings out on this. Because a lot of people side with Odysseus, and I understand that. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Odysseus is like the uber 100% villain. It's a rough situation. But I don't know if it's that easy to blame the crew.
Leaving them feeling betrayed. Breaking the bonds that you've made.
I'm so sorry.
I do like that they show the crew, by the way, like in their like faces.
There is no price we won't pay.
Forgive me.
We both know what it takes to survive.
Full speed ahead.
And with that line, he's like,
No price we won't pay.
Odysseus' expression like becomes neutral.
Forgive me.
We both know what it takes to survive.
Yeah, he just blanks. He's like, all right, we both know what it takes.
Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Deep down.
I do like that he doesn't respond at all. So his reaction, you just have to like completely interpret it. Be like, all right, is he angry? Is he shocked? Is he what happened? I don't know.
We only care for ourselves.
Eurylochus, light up 6 torches.
and this is the first words he says to Eurylochus after that reveal. Which honestly kind of, to me, makes it feel like the reason he said that he like really committed to this was because Eurylochus admitted that it's his fault. I don't know.
Deep down, we're lonely demons from hell.
Captain, something approaches.
Oh, also, Odysseus still has the red light in his eye.
Hello.
Hi. Oh boy. And there are all the heads. You know, something semi-unrelated to the song, but related to Scylla. I don't know what, like, Scylla represents from a mythological standpoint. Because a lot of the monsters represent something. The gods all represent something. Zeus, you know. I mean, they have, like, their domains, but they also have the fact that the reason Zeus acts the way he does is because that's how a king acts. They are just and whatever, but they're also cruel, and they just do whatever they want. You know, he's the god of justice as well, and he's the one who deals out punishments, and he cares a lot about hospitality. You don't break that with Zeus and stuff. But again, while he doesn't break that, he still, you know, has sex with, like, everything. Anyone and everything. Because, like, he's a king. He can. And who's going to stop him? But I listened to this whole thing, and I was like, unrelated to this, and I'm like, what does Scylla represent? I have no idea. It doesn't seem like most people know what Scylla is supposed to represent. We just kind of like... Because obviously, Charybdis, however you say it, is like a whirlpool, obviously. I think there's a whole thing about what the Cyclops is. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but there is. No idea for Scylla.
Run for your lives.
And everywhere they go, they just immediately get chomped. I mean, it's hard to fight something when you're holding a light and they're coming out of the darkness. And by the way, the fact that everybody has faces really makes it so much more like, gosh, people are dying here. And, you know, it's really funny that I was about to bring it up just as he drops it. I really like that everybody has Eurylochus having the torch and then dropping it. It's really messed up because it goes to show that Odysseus was fine with his brother because they are related technically by marriage, with Eurylochus being married to Odysseus' sister. He's like, he's just gonna let his brother die. But then somebody else dies while Eurylochus is trying to save someone. And failing. The realization, it's so good. What it takes to survive. Just blood everywhere on everyone. We are the same, you and I. She's just covered in it. It's kind of messed up that Odysseus is like spotless, and then Eurylochus, who's trying to save people's lives, trying to do whatever, he's covered in blood. The blood of his friends. Whew. And now he's mad. Which, honestly, so fair. I would be furious. And we're getting Mutiny and an animatic I haven't seen. This one is by Meji Illustrates. There you go. Hey, Eurylochus. How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, it was a bit bloody.
Tell me you did not know that would happen.
Oh gosh. If Odysseus lied and said, I genuinely did not know that would happen, do you think anyone would believe him? It might not be worth even like trying to lie.
Say you didn't know how that would end.
Oh, that expression. He wants Odysseus to lie to him, honestly.
Look me in the eyes and tell me, Captain, that you did not just sacrifice 6 men. Use your wits to try and say I'm crazy and mad. That this is all.
Oh, the manic expression of like, am I crazy? Come, tell me. I don't know. He's like, I know what I saw, but really, it really feels like he wants Odysseus to like use his wits, convince him, lie, because the truth is way too ugly here. I love the lighting, by the way. How it turns with him, it's so good.
Tell me you did not miss home so painfully bad that you gave up the lives of 6 of our friends.
Eurylochus, don't you know? Penelope is his power. It's all for Penelope and Telemachus. He fights for them. Just them.
When we fought the Cyclops, you were quick to hatch a plan. And when we fought with Circe, it was you who left behind no man. But when we saw this monster, we didn't take a stand. We just ran.
Now, to be fair to Odysseus there, if they fought Scylla, they would have all died. They would have been completely 100% dead. There's just no way they could beat her. But again, they don't know that. He didn't tell them anything about Scylla. He's just, as far as they know, this was just another monster, and they ran from it. Which I think is made so much worse by what he was just saying. You know, we didn't run from, when it comes to Circe, with the Cyclops, we outsmarted and defeated them. The fact that we did all that you, Odysseus, did all that, just makes this betrayal even worse. Because, like, what the heck, man? You know? My goodness.
Say something!
It's like tangible truth that he has changed.
I can't!
Because anything he does would be a lie.
Then you have forced my hand.
Lower your weapon.
No can do. You miss your wife so bad you drain the lives of your own crew.
Of course he would.
Don't make me fight you, brother. You know you'd have done the same.
You know what?
If you want all the power, you must carry all the blame.
It's really fascinating that he doesn't deny what Odysseus says there. You would have done the same. He doesn't say he wouldn't have done the same. He just says that if you don't want you're the captain, you have all the power, you get all the blame. Which is fascinating. Which makes me think that maybe he would have done the same, you know, to get back to his wife. I don't know. It's I don't think we'll ever get to know, unfortunately, because he doesn't exactly live very long after this song. Eurylochus, Odysseus, Odysseus. This is some good fight choreography, by the way. Let's watch that one more time. Goes into the swing. And which Odysseus apparently just like either parries or I don't think he blocks it because that's a way bigger sword, but still. Odysseus. But man, he is a way better fighter. Like Eurylochus got not even a single strike on him, while Odysseus is already peppering him with very large hits.
I am not letting you get in my way! My brothers, why?
I mean, is it that big of a question why?
How are we supposed to trust you now? Now, your time has come, your luck's run out.
Yeah, like, you literally sacrificed 6 of us. How do I know I could have been one of those 6 sacrifices? How do I know I'm not going to be the next sacrifice? Because, as far as we're concerned, this journey is not done. Who knows how much longer it needs to go? Who knows how many more monsters we're going to run into? In the next one, are you going to sacrifice me? Them? All of us? Well, I mean, we know how that ends, but still.
Now, the time has come to shut you down. You relied on wit, and then we died on it. Whoa. My head. Where are we?
That's such a fluffy cow.
Some island.
Although, is it a cow? They got pretty big horns. Isn't there like a? Isn't it that bulls have the? Well, I mean, they're the same species. It's just like male and female. Bulls have the horns, and then cows are. Cows have. Oh no, they don't. I don't think cows have horns. At least not big ones. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, I got lost in a random detail. What was I saying? Oh, right. I want to say, I really like this half of the song. However, I think the fact that it's one song, and also just the fluidity of time and, like, musicals, kind of works against this song. Because it feels like this happened right after the mutiny, which, I mean, it happened sometimes after the mutiny, and it seems to have been like at least a day. But I feel like to really get across the fact that they're starving, it should have been longer than just a single day at most that they've been here.
The first one we found, it's bursting with cows, just roaming around, begging us to eat. So much meat, and hunger is so...
Also, you got the lines of starvation from being so skinny. I do wish they emphasized that a little bit. Because, I'm gonna be honest. Starvation... So, I've never starved. Thankfully. Thank God. But I've seen a lot and heard a lot of things about what starving is like. And everything I've heard has made it that when I hear that they're starving, that I can't blame them for killing this cow. Like, it's the wrong action to do. They really should have, honestly, eaten each other. It probably would have been better. I mean, they still would have, you know, gotten a god against them just for doing that. But, and probably been cursed. But still, it probably would have ended up better than killing a cow here.
heavy. This statue, the god of the sun, don't know where it's from, but here's where we found all these cows to hunt. Right in front, and hunger is so heavy. Hunger is so
No, the cow's smiling. Or, like, happy from, like, the pets.
heavy.
Please don't tell me you're about to do what I think you'll do.
Echoing Eurylochus's words right back at him. My goodness. And this time... Actually, no, I'd say it's about on the same level. One of is Odysseus going to meet a god, which ended up going well. And here, they're about to kill, like, a cow. Which seems to be supernatural in some way. Honestly, yeah, I guess from the outside, they do kind of look on the same level when it's said like that.
Odie, we're never gonna get to make it home. You know it's true.
You don't know that's true. This is the home of the sun god.
I mean, Odysseus, maybe you'll make it home. They're not making it home at this rate, man. Even with you in charge, I wouldn't believe we were gonna make it home.
Starving, my friend.
But if you kill his cattle, who knows what he'll send. This is the home of...
I do like that he's like working on his breaking his bonds already. He's always, even when he's talking, he's doing a second thing always. He's like making a plan.
the sun
I'm
god.
tired, my friend.
But we're so close to home, this can't be where it ends.
Are you?
How much longer must I suffer
Please
now?
don't do
How
this.
much longer must I push
I
through
need to
doubt?
get...
This kind of reminds me. I'm sorry, of a very. It'll make sense in a moment. Arturia from Fate, her backstory in like Camelot and stuff, because a big thing for them was that, you know, Arturia was a really good king, but the land was suffering. It was essentially cursed. They had enemies on all sides. A good future would reach them if they just kept holding on. But eventually the question is like, how long do we have to hold on? We've held on for years now. It has been what, 13, 12 years now by this point? We've been holding on for 12 years. 10 at war, 2 in this gosh dang sea. How much longer do we have to hold on? Another 7 years? Another 10 years? When will we get home? And in that case, it's hard to have hope. It's hard to have hope at that point.
How much longer must I go about my life like this when people die like this? Whoa, how much longer must we suffer now? How much longer must we push through now? How much longer must we go about our lives like this?
And again, the entire choir is agreeing. It's like, how much longer does this have to be this way? Do things have to be this way?
People die like this. Really gets no!
Ooh. By the way, in the original Odyssey, I'm fairly certain. I saw this on Google, so if it's not true, correct me. Eurylochus, I think Odysseus said you'll probably die or something about this whole situation. And Eurylochus' answer was, I'd rather just be killed than starve to death. Or something like that. I'm paraphrasing heavily. So, again, starvation is bad, man. Oh, we don't get to see the cow anymore.
You've doomed us. You've doomed us all, Eurylochus! Captain?
We need to get away from this island now! Grab an oar with all the strength your arms allow!
Go.
These cows were immortal. They were the sun god's friends. And now that
Gosh, that statue suddenly turning. Oh my goodness.
we've pissed them off, who do you think you'll send? Full speed ahead.
Full speed ahead.
Faster!
Full speed ahead.
Faster! Full speed ahead. We're too late.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think there was anywhere you could have gone under this sky that Zeus wouldn't have found you. I mean, I guess the underworld, but he kind of sends you there anyway. They killed my cow. By the way, Helios, because this is Helios, not Apollo. I'm pretty sure he threatened Zeus with being like, if you don't avenge, like, get justice for this, I'm taking the sun down to the underworld, and I'm not letting it come back up until this entire world freezes over. And then it was like, well, I really don't want all of my subjects to die. So Zeus was like, all right, I guess I'll do something about it. All right. Thunderbringer by Neil Illustrations. Watch out for flashing lights and suggestive themes. Yeah, that makes sense. It's Zeus. That's such a cool opening. Sorry. Just the lightning bolt and then Thunderbringer. Oh, you can like see the like his face already. Like the lips and the nose and the brow. He's already here, the cloud.
Pride is a damsel in distress.
Damn, he is large. And not quite the like grandpa Zeus I see depicted sometimes. He's got his wreath, his kind of like lightning-ish like brows and hair.
Hiding away where only I can undress.
And molesting a cloud, apparently. I mean, like, very Zeus, but whoa.
Try as she can.
I'm sorry. This kind of made me laugh. That's happening, and then everyone's down here like... Which, fair. But still.
Not to confess.
In the end,
It's all the same once I apply all the pressure.
Sorry. Again. Watch out for cloud molestation. Or just watch out for just generic Zeus warning.
Bring her through the ringer. Show her I'm the judgment call, the one who makes her kingdom fall.
Bro, he's enjoying the show, man. He's just, it's like, yes, I'm having a good time. Flexing.
Lightning wielder, use and yield her.
I actually really do love how much they're integrating, like, the appearance of, like, women into his, like, stuff. Just, it seems very appropriate for Zeus, is what I'm saying. And I guess it also makes sense because he's saying, you know, lightning, wield her, use and yield her, I think it says. Is that those are words? Blah, blah, blah. And so it makes sense a lot to, like, anthropomorphize the lightning and the clouds. It's all under his control.
Show her what she can't conceal, for true nature will be revealed. Tell me.
They like look at each other like, bro, this is the worst fate ever. I do like that, like, I don't even think Zeus has a bottom half here. He's just like a cloud. Which makes sense. The body is whatever he wants it to be.
Odysseus, if
I were to make you choose the lives of your men and crew or your own. And he's like kind of distant from them, which I mean makes sense because the mutiny that just happened.
why do I think they lose? Enlighten me, King of Ithaca, since hunger was far too great. I wonder who takes the weight of the damned and suffer a gruesome fate to the Thunderbringer.
Look at his expression, man. Just a little like. Pew. It's just. He's having so much fun and everybody is screaming.
Here to bring your ears until you're deaf with fear and spear.
I do like the whole ring your ears thing, you know. Lightning sure does that. Honestly, they're probably all deaf now, just from being that close to a lightning bolt.
You while your death is near. Lightning wielder, here to yield your.
Then again, it's like magic lightning by Zeus. I'm sure he could just choose to not make them go deaf.
Time for you have passed your prime. Sublime you for
your act of crime.
Choose.
Yeah.
Someone's gotta die today, and you have got the final say. You or your crew.
You know what this just made me think about? How different, like it reminded me how different Zeus is in this song compared to in the, like in the very first. It reminds me how different Zeus is in, like in this song compared to in the very first song of The Horse and the Infant, where in that first song Zeus is almost like he's just giving a warning, just telling you the future. This is what you have to do, or you will suffer. And he's very like serious, honestly. It's like, hey, I didn't want to tell you this, but this is just fate. You got to do something about it. And in this one where it's like, oh, well, you guys made a mistake, so this is just punishment. So I might as well just have fun with it. It's like the vibe that it has, you know?
Please don't make me do this. Don't make
And there you go. Bringing it back with the please don't make me do this.
me do this.
When does a promise become a hero? When does a candle become a Having Penelope be yellow like lightning is crazy. Personally, it kind of implies that this is like a manipulation from Zeus. Which it very well could be, to be fair, because for Zeus, you could just kind of add background singers. It's like a pretty, I've mentioned it before, it's a pretty major thing where if there's, the background singers are either diegetic, if it's like the mortals, or it's whatever the gods want. They could just add a chorus and have music come from literally nowhere. So Penelope could be either or, I don't know. It could be he's imagining her and he's thinking about her, or Zeus is manipulating him. Just giving a little bit of a push. Although I don't think he really needed to push him that hard, to be honest with you. She's not really here, but you know where she is, at Ithaca. Everybody's just watching him. Zeus looking down.
Captain?
I have to see her.
But we'll die.
I know.
Oh gosh, the smile, the I know. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was ever in doubt what he would do, you know? It was never really in doubt. This I don't really understand. Like, why are you guys attacking him? Like, I get you're angry. What's it gonna do? You just want to drag him down with you? I guess if you might as well, to be fair. It's like, bro, you're literally sacrificing all of us so you can get to your family. I'm not. Screw you, man. I do love that Eurylochus isn't attacking. He's just standing there. And Zeus is just having a ball. A literal ball. And like that, the crew has been brought down to 1. Yeah, watch out for these Odysseys, man. They have like a... So far, we've only had 1. They have like a 99% kill rate. That was good. I really like Neil's version. Alright. And, I think that's the end of the Thunder Saga, which is the final officially released like saga. The next one is, I don't remember what it's called. We can check it real quick. They like divided them over here on the side. Yeah, that was the Thunder Saga, and now the Wisdom Saga is next. We have the songs, or at least we have the older version. I'm sorry. Or at least we have the older versions of the songs. But it's officially going to be released August 30th in 8 days. Whoa. Maybe I should have waited for that. Ah, too late for that, I guess. And then the Vengeance Saga, which is not officially released at all. And then the Ithaca Saga, which also not officially released. But, you know, Wisdom is out, Vengeance is mostly out, so we might as well get into it. Alright. So we're starting the Wisdom Saga off with Legendary by Tama. Have we seen any animatics by Tama before?
It's just me, myself, and I.
Oh, hi.
Stuck in my bedroom, living in this world you left behind. Dreaming of all these monsters that I'll never get to fight.
This is Telemachus. Odysseus' son.
But boy, I wish I could, so I could bring the world some light.
Also, I don't really think you'd want to fight these monsters. Odysseus is having a really rough time with them.
Cause I'm stuck with your stories, but no clue who you are. And no idea if you're dead.
Is that a... I'm sorry. Is that like a toy of Hercules? That's so good.
And no idea if you're dead or just too far. Somebody tell me.
Yeah, by this point, everyone's pretty confident that Odysseus is dead because I'm pretty sure all the other boats that went to Troy have already returned to their kingdoms. Like Agamemnon? Whatever. They're all, him and their crew, all, pretty much everybody else is back. Only Odysseus and his crew are still at sea. So it's honestly very reasonably assumed they're probably dead.
And give me a sign.
Athena.
Fight those monsters, is it you I'll find? If so, then give me sirens and a cyclops. Give me giants and a hydra. I know life and fate are scary, but I wanna be legendary. I'll fight the harpies and chimeras.
I'm pretty sure everybody wants to be legendary, man. But it seems like it's more rough than it sounds.
The minotaurs, even Cerberus. I know life and fate are scary, but I wanna be legendary.
I don't think Hades would appreciate you fighting his dog, to be honest with you.
There are strangers in our halls, trying to win the heart of my mom, but she is standing tall. 108 old faces of men who call me small. They keep taking space and it's not much longer we can stall. Cause they're getting impatient, dangerous too.
Oh boy.
And I would fight them if I was half as strong as you. Somebody help me, come and give me the strength.
To be fair, like Odysseus wasn't technically like a demigod, but he was the grandson of Hermes, so he does have divine blood in him, and he was really strong. I mean, I guess not like super strong by like demigod standards, but like just the test that Penelope puts them with like drawing the bow that's like made of metal or whatever. That's rough to do, man. that by itself just shows how kind of crazy strong Odysseus was. That he could just use that and shoot from it multiple times.
Can I do whatever it takes to keep my mom safe? If so, then give me sirens and a cyclops. Give me giants and a hydra. I know life and fate are scary, but I wanna be legendary. I'll fight the harpies and chimeras, the minotaurs, even Cerberus. I know life and fate are scary, but I wanna be legendary.
Aphrodite. Why do I keep calling her Aphrodite? It's Athena. Athena's watching, and we do know later on that Athena considers him a friend, which honestly in the official release will probably be more clarified why that's the case. But still, this is great. Jorge Rivera.
Fight, little wolf, fight, wanna entertain me. Bite, little wolf, bite, let's see how you take this. Strike, little wolf, strike, wanna be a man, then fight, little wolf, fight, little wolf, fight.
Is this what they're trying to have killed him? Isn't there supposed to be a song before that where there's like... I forget what it's called. I only saw like a short of it. Hey, yeah, Bellatrix again. Also, this is by the Dramaturge. As a note, this animatic.
You've made your worst mistake here. Might be your last one too. You'll have run out of bones to break when you and I are through. I'll teach you.
Whatever you say, Antonis. I'm pretty sure that's his name or something like that. I'm doing pretty good. Bella. Trix. Sorry, I don't know why I said your name like that. I swear that there's another song here. Or maybe that's a part of this song that just isn't here. Because, again, this is not officially released.
All the lessons your daddy never could. This cruel world doesn't give out presents just for being good. So fight, little wolf, fight. Wanna entertain me? Fight, little wolf, fight. Let's see how you take this. Strive, little wolf, strive. Wanna be a man then? Fight, little wolf, fight, little wolf, fight. Or die, little wolf, die. Don't you know it's fine?
Gosh, pretty sure he's not gonna die, but I'm. How does he deal with this? I don't know.
Fly, little wolf, fly, all because you had to. Try, little wolf, try, run away before you die. Little wolf, die, little wolf, die.
I guess we'll have to know on the 30th when it comes out. But yeah, how you doing, Bellatrix? We'd be fine.
I don't know who this friend is or if he's worth the hype, but my time with you's been splendid. The best day of my life, cause I got in a fight, sailed to an island when I've never left home shores. You're the friend I've never had before, and so I think.
Oh, okay. So somehow between the previous thing and here, he sailed to a different island with Athena. Or maybe this happens before. It would make more sense if this happened before. Friends with Athena, got into a fight with something, sailed to a different island.
Maybe if life wasn't spent as planned, maybe it's time that you lend a hand. I don't think he'll mind. If not his friend, then mine. I don't know who this friend.
That's so, if not his friend, then mine. Which is true, because she did essentially disown and cut ties with Odysseus. But I guess Telemachus is a fair game.
Is, or if he's worth the hype, but my time with you's been splendid. The best day of my life.
Gosh, I'm so excited.
I sailed to an island when I've never left home shore.
Morning, sleepyhead, you've been
Love in Paradise. This comes right after, you know, Thunderbringer. This is the island he has to spend like 7 years on, I'm pretty sure, right? It's like another 7 years. Gosh dang it, he's taking forever to get home.
resting for a while. I swore that you were dead when you washed up on my aisle. Did you know you talk in your sleep?
Oh.
Tell me though, who's Penelope?
She's my wife.
That expression, he's like, "Ah, of course the one man to arrive here has a wife."
Anyways, I've got all you could want here, all you could need here. Just you and me, my dear, my love for life. Soon into bed we'll climb and spend our time.
I'm not your
I'm what you want here, I'm what you need here. Just you and me, my love in paradise. Now till the end of time, from here on out you're mine. Oh.
I mean, true, technically. He is, like, actually stuck on this island. I don't know if, like... I think it's, like, a magical thing where you just can't leave unless allowed to.
Hell no, I could kill you where you stand. I'm no pet, I'm a married man.
Oh, handsome, you may try, but last I checked, goddesses can't die.
Goddess.
Yeah.
You're adorable. Bow down now to the immortal Calypso, here to entertain. But fear
Calypso. Did I call her something else before? I feel like I did. But this is Calypso. Hi, Calypso.
not, I bring no pain. 'Cause we got all we could want here, all we could need here. Under the spell, we're stuck in paradise. No one can come or go. My island stays unknown.
No, no, I don't belong here. There's something wrong here. I won't be drawn to love in paradise. Not till the end of time. There is no way.
You're mine. Oh,
Man, it's rough being Calypso, man. It's just like... Like, I get it. From Odysseus' perspective, he's like, bro, I'm trapped. I did everything to get home, and now I'm literally trapped on an island and I can't get home. That's the worst fate possible. Oh, but from her perspective, it's like, bro, I've been trapped on this island and without anybody, and finally somebody's here, and they want to leave.
Divine intervention.
Oh, God Games. I think this is based off of the order. I'm assuming that this is the song that gets Odysseus off the island, where the gods are like, all right, convince us to, you know, take him off the island where he's trapped with Calypso.
Is that what you seek? To untie apprehensions.
Ooh.
That
Got Bull Zeus here.
were placed on that Greek. You are
Playing with thunder.
for a man full of shame, but if he's worth the risk of going under, why not make it a game?
Yeah.
Convince each of them that he ought to be released, and I'll release him.
Who's them?
Apollo!
Oh, wait, that's interesting. I'm sorry. So in this musical, Helios has been replaced by Apollo. We're just using the more modern version. I guess that's fair. It's not a big difference. Like, they've been synchronized into like one person essentially.
Hephaestus. Aphrodite.
Oh my goodness.
Ares. Hera. And me.
Thankfully not Poseidon, because if you had to convince Poseidon, you'd have been screwed. I guess Zeus wanted to be a little fair. He's like, all right, you don't have to convince Poseidon.
What do you say? Great. Very well. All right.
Groovy. Bring it.
Hera is so much taller than all of them. But then again, so is Zeus. He's also like towers over the rest. All right, let's hear him. Oh, we skipped Apollo. We're going right into Aphrodite and Ares. This one's by Gigi. Yeah, see, we're at level 3, not 1 or 2.
A little high and mighty, Odysseus claims to love his mother, but let her die of a broken heart.
Which I think is actually like a pretty major thing to her. Because she's like all about love, which I think there was something about mothers as well for Aphrodite. So I guess her Odysseus leaving and letting her essentially abandoning his mother, knowing that she would be dead before he got home. Probably rough.
He was busy fighting, more like busy spiting.
How is busy fighting gonna convince her? She, I mean, Aphrodite was the goddess of war before, but not anymore. I don't think she cares about that.
The Cyclops let him feel the pain that his mother felt and wrought. Wait! Please reconsider.
Time, like, slow down. I got more time to think.
Really, Athena? These old tricks?
Ares.
What kind of sick?
I do like a lot of versions. They don't even show Ares' face. It's just a helmet. He's just the faceless, bloody war.
Coward holds back his power while his friends get devoured. He didn't even fight Scylla, didn't even try to kill her. Hides inside.
Again, he could not have beaten Scylla, like, at all. There was no chance of it. But that is the same argument Eurylochus used. Which I guess from Ares' perspective, it was very dishonorable to just sacrifice 6 of your men. So, I can see why he'd be against that, actually.
The wooden horse to get the job done. Never handles things up front, pathetic and weak like his son.
Hold your tongue now. He sends my friend and tell your.
And also, to not deny anything he said. It's like, you could say all that other stuff is true, but that is my friend you're talking about, and now you owe me because you insulted him. And I was just like, fine, alright. If it'll let you leave. Hey, Castacat.
Odysseus claims to
She's
love
scary.
his
I
mother,
know,
but
right?
let her die of a broken heart. He was busy fighting more like this.
Hera, also by Gigi.
Hey baby, so many heroes,
So many tales.
give me one good reason why you should prevail. He's got the mind of a genius, right hearted.
Yeah, I mean, she's she's been around for a long time, Athena. Your hero's gonna have to be a little more impressive than that. She was around with Hercules, who she hates still. Well, does she now that he's a god? I don't know. With Hercules, her standards are a little high.
He's pretty skilled with words. You can do better than that.
He's kind of funny. Never once has he cheated on his wife.
Release him.
To be fair, genuinely impressive. After like 20 years, 18 years, I think it's like probably like 19 years at this point, actually. You know, at war, did not take any prizes, which I'm referring to people there. At sea with Cersei, although I guess it depends on the version, but in this one, nothing with Cersei, nothing with Calypso. Genuinely very impressive that to do that for all this time. But also, that's all Hera had to hear. And then after everybody agrees to release him, now you have to say goodbye to Calypso. Oh, she seems like she looks so defeated in this animatic.
Someone arrived today. They said they're taking you away. That you're not mine to save. And soon I won't get to see your face.
Oh, this is by Lampy. It's like Lampy Cry, but the R is before the C.
So I came by to say you're unlike anyone I have ever known. 'Cause you're all I've ever known.
Oh, that's so painful. I was literally about to joke this and say that. There's like, I don't think you get to know many people on this island, but oof, her saying it herself actually makes it very painful.
And if I pushed you, or if I came on too strong, or if I ambushed you, for that I'll say I was wrong. And if you hate me, then I am sorry, my love's too much for you. But I'm not sorry for loving you. I'm not sorry for loving you. I'm not sorry for loving you.
Oh.
Let me speak.
That's painful, man. I mean, she's probably one of the few people Odysseus has hurt that just did not deserve it at all. And you know, and even you can't blame him for hurting her. It's not his fault she's trapped on this island. I don't remember whose fault it is she's trapped on this island, but it still hurts.
I spent my whole life here, was cast away when I was young, alone for 100 years. I had no friends but the sky and sun. So when you washed ashore, I thought for sure that you were my dream come true. I thought I knew.
See, it seems like it's fated, right? Like there you go. You've been wishing for love, and now love is here. It's like if you're a princess in a tower, and your knight arrives, and they save you, and you get married. Like, that's the fairy tale. It seems like that here, but it doesn't work out. Actually, that's crazy now that I think about it. It's so interesting that this really old myth is one of the earliest subversions of, like, the whole fairy tale of, you know, the knight saving the princess and them getting married. That's fascinating. I don't know which one came first. There's probably like some historical stuff. I know it's difficult to trace how old a myth is. I'm sure there's like some research into it, but that's very fascinating now that I think about it.
Know if I pushed you, or if I came on too strong, or if I pushed you. For that I say I was wrong, and if you hate me, then I am sorry. My love's too much for you. I'm not sorry for loving you. I'm not sorry for loving you.
I'm not sorry for loving you.
I'm not sorry
I'm not sorry for
I'm angry and tired and restless and sad.
No.
I'm stuck in the moments I swore that we had. I wish you would chase me and try to embrace me for once. I wish you would lie and say I love you. You do?
This part hurts actually even more.
But not in the way that you want me to.
Oh man, I'm stuck in the moments I swear that we had is such a crazy line. It hurts so much. Cause it's like, after 7 years, I thought we built some love. And they did. Just not romantic. I mean, on her side it was completely romantic, but on his side it's just like, you know, we did get to know each other, and it was nice knowing you. I don't love you though.
I hate that I fell in love with you.
Oh, he's like fading away. The flower's staying behind.
Why do I do this love for you? How am I supposed to get over you? Why in the world would you love me too?
That's so rough, man. When the person you love just can't love you back, huh? It's crazy that there's so many characters in Greek mythology that just suffer forever because usually something to do with the gods, but they just do, man. Oof.
Hermes?
Oh, Hermes, it's you again. It's been like, what, 8 years? No, actually, depending on where we're on the timeline, it's been like 8 to 7 years. Hey, it's been so long since Odysseus has heard that laugh.
Hermes?
Hello, old friend.
So you're the one who talks to Calypso. Why are you here?
You're being given final option. Consider this your one last chance to make it back home and abandon caution. Wash it away like the blood you're
He's so petty, just like making the splash just for the effect. Greek mythology is messy. It is so messy, man. I mean, most mythologies are, because they're not trying to be a single story. They're just trying to explain things, and then when groups get large enough that their explanations clash, they like make them fit together some way or another. Like even Zeus, there's like, if you go back far enough, there's like a dozen versions of Zeus, which are anywhere from evil to totally great guys. But because they're all essentially just Zeus, over time they just get mixed together into the Zeus we know now. I'm pretty sure if you go back far enough, Poseidon, or at least a previous version of Poseidon, was the king of gods and not Zeus. And like there's like the whole thing on it. Had to learn the whole story of the Ring der Nibelungen from Wagner for my theater exam, and yeesh, that was one messy story. What? What is that? Ring der Nibelungen? Context, please? That sounds interesting.
I've known, I know, if you dance with fate, then I know you'll enhance with fate.
If your plan's so great, then why'd you wait to say it?
Well, it's a little bit dangerous.
My friend, you need a mindset change for this.
I love that Hermes just brings his own vibe whenever he arrives. He's just having fun, man. All the gods kind of bring their own vibe, regardless of the situation. They don't really change. It's like it's only been 8 years. I'm still me. It's a famous opera based on German mythology, and if I'm not mistaken, Lord of the Rings is based on it. Makes sense. I thought it was German based off of the wording, but I didn't want to assume just in case I was wrong.
Cannot get away with playing safe with this. You wanna get home, put it all on the line. Put your whole red in it. Remember every trick in your domain for this. You gotta treat it like it's the main event. You wanna get home, put it all on the line. It's dangerous.
All right,
What is the plan? What do you got to do?
I'm in. What do I do?
First up, uncharted waters. Then lost, look towards the sky. Follow the North Star, no matter how far you think you're going. You keep on rolling.
Okay.
When strangers look around the aisle, when danger greets you with a smile, fight your way through, do what you must do, but no matter what, keep moving. It's gonna be
Dangerous, my friend. You got a mindset change for this. You cannot get away with playing safe for this.
You wanna get home, put it all on the line, and put your whole friend in it.
Honestly, you know, I don't really feel like you have to insist on it too much. At this point, it's been like 20 years. Of course he's gonna go all in. What does he have to lose? His life? That's like nothing at this point. Risking his life is like the whole Odyssey.
Remember every trick in your domain for this. You gotta treat it like
It's the main event.
you
Wanna get home, put it all on the line.
dangerous.
I really like that on his sword, by the way. I got distracted by the music a little, but I really like on his sword is the a symbol of Athena. I was about to call her Aphrodite again. I don't know why I keep doing that. Also, his eyes when he's getting serious. I love that.
If your plan's so great, then why'd you wait?
Pulling him along.
Well, it's a little bit dangerous.
All right. And now we're getting into what I think is the very first piece of epic content I've ever consumed. The Charybdis. Is it Charybdis? Have I been saying it completely wrong this whole time? Charybdis? By Yutzel. I think this is the very first animatic of epic I've ever seen. And I watched this and I had no context for anything. It was just a cool song and I wanted it, and it was called Epic, so I was like, huh, is there more of this? And there was more.
You must be who Hermes mentioned. A monster here to block my way.
Or was it a different, shorter version of the song? Because I don't remember dialogue.
I'd like to hurry up and end this. So if you don't have much to say, then oh, bring it on. I'm not dying here, I'm still fighting here. I'm holding on till I see it through, till I've beaten you.
Caravis is just like a whirlpool. Oh, this whole thing was on TikTok? Nice. It's very interesting that they made Charybdis like a final boss at the very end, when it was like in the original Odyssey, I'm pretty sure there was like 2 paths to take. One was the path that led to Scylla, and the other was the path that led to Charybdis. And they went with the Scylla one because if they went with the Charybdis path, they all would have died. Which I guess, based on that context, it makes sense to put him at the end. Because it's a boss that, before, if it was too early on in the journey, would have just ended everybody. So now, we might as well get past him.
I already know your tactics. When you swallow, you attack with whirlpools that attract prey. But I see a disadvantage, cause I don't even have to kill you. I'll just have to avoid you. See if you don't spit it out soon. All that water will destroy you. Oh, bring it on. Till you're out of breath. Till there's nothing left. I'm holding
Wait, this animatic is so much cooler than I remember it being. I think the memory faded from like how confused I was about everything. The fight scene is so cool. Going towards the, instead of fighting it, going right towards him. Sacrificing your boat for a Caribus to like swallow it, I guess. Unfortunately, because it's not the final official version, we don't know how it ends, but he survives! Woo! And now he makes it back to Ithaca. But wait a second. Didn't we forget about the actual final boss? The sea.
I've been waiting for this moment,
The ocean itself.
for the perfect time to strike. When you're home so close and you've reached your coast,
That's when our paths collide. I've got a reputation. I'm gonna name to uphold.
By the way, this is by Wolfie the Witch, this animatic.
Can't go letting you walk, or else the world thinks I'm cold.
now get in the water.
Gosh, this song. You can't let him go. You've already made him suffer so much. But then again, ruthlessness is mercy. And as long as he's alive, that's mercy that he's not being ruthless about.
Get in the water.
The casualness is like, come on, go. That's how this story ends. There's nothing you can do about it, and there really isn't at this moment.
For I'll raise the tide so high, all of Ithaca will die. Get in the water. Wait. Get in the water.
I feel like this is a fate that they were all trying to pretend wasn't gonna happen. It was like when they were all trying to get home, and it was like, and you know, Poseidon himself had shown that he was their enemy. It's like, when we get home, there's no way Poseidon's gonna like sink it, right? Come on, that's not fair. Once we're home, and we've made it.
I'll make tidal waves so profound, both your wife and your son will drown.
Get in the water. Get in the water. Don't mistake my threats for bluff.
I love how much it really shows that he's water. Like putting his thumb over his head. He's just liquid.
You have been more than enough. Get in the water. Sun in his eye.
Oh, we got more get in the waters. It's like the other part of it? Or is it just the same song? Oh, I didn't know there was another part of this song. I'll be honest with you. Is this how he gets out of, you know, getting in the water? It has been 8 years. Got it.
We're both hurting from losses, so why not leave this here and just go home?
Odysseus. Haven't you learned the story already? Ruthlessness is mercy upon yourself. Yeah, he has no interest in being merciful. I have no idea how he gets out of this, to be honest. I don't know how he got out of it in the original Odyssey. I don't know. I have no idea how he's gonna get out of it in this musical. I mean, clearly he does, because he has to kill all the men and all the suitors. And also, this is called 600 Strikes. Is this the song where he kills the 600 men? Oh, it's actually behind the
I
scenes.
had to go to an abandoned parking lot to record this moment without getting a noise complaint.
Update. 35 of 40. Man, it's been so... Gosh, it's been so long. This is actually the official Jorge Rivera Herran's channel, by the way.
I don't think you see, get it. I can't afford to die 'cause I will get back to my son. And I will get back to my wife.
That was intense. What song is that part of? I have to... 600 Strikes. You got no context for that at all. Also, a challenge. What is this? Oh, this is the challenge Penelope gives to the suitors.
I'm supposed to choose a suitor in the crowd. I said I would choose.
It makes sense that we're out of animatics, because these aren't even officially released. These aren't even videos of these songs. It's man, but at least we're gonna get the Wisdom Saga on the 30th of this month, so that's pretty cool.
As soon as I leave the charade, they don't know that every night I am thrilled like I've done. 'Cause I'd rather than allow them to think they won. Though I never.
Ah, right. The whole, hey, if you guys can finish this, making this thing, I'll choose one of you guys. And then she literally just undoes their work every night, which is crazy that for like a bunch of years, no one even realized that like, she was doing that. At least, honestly, by the end of like a month, I would be like, am I crazy? Or have we made like literally zero progress on doing this? It's like, listen, man, I don't know. I'm not a knitter. I maybe we're just that bad.
Resort to this, just know I'll be here. But I don't know how much longer I'll last since we saw that storm. And though it was so close to our kingdom, it was far from the norm.
I'm guessing that's the storm where it's like get in the water.
Alas, how could it be? Some kind of sign that the world is about to change.
Yes, I guess it would be. Can I say, by the way, Penelope and Odysseus, such a power couple. Those two are... they're built for each other. By the way, that challenge was so difficult. Literally everybody there was like, "This, you're just making stuff up. There's no way Odysseus could have done this. It's too difficult. Even stringing the bow is a monumental task. Shooting it and pulling it back enough to shoot it through like multiple axe heads. You're just lying. There's no way." Everyone's like, "Huh?"
Let the air fly once you know that your aim is true. 'Cause I'd rather die than go on without the best of you. Though I never
The studio version of this is gonna go crazy, by the way. I can already tell. Only the best of you. Everyone's like, literally none of us can reach your standards. Odysseus set the bar too high, man. The comments in here are so good. I crave financial compensation for my broken heart. That was good. Incredible. Yeah, this was the song I was mentioning before. Hold Him Down. There is an animatic of this, by the way. Although maybe not the full song. This upload is by K Imagine.
Screw this competition, we've been here for hours. None of us can string this, we don't have the power. Screw this damn challenge, no more delays. Can't you guys see we're being played?
You think you're being played just because you guys are weak. Again, Odysseus could definitely string that bow.
This is how they hold us down while the throne gets colder. Hold us down while we slowly age. Hold us down while the boy gets bolder. Where the hell is our pride and our rage? Here and now there's a...
I will say, it is interesting that, like, they've just been here for like 8 years. Actually, no, not even 8 years. Actually, no. They've been here for 8 years because, like, the war was 10 years, and then after that, they're like, oh well, Odysseus isn't back, so I guess trying to slide into that throne. 8 years they've been here trying and failing. Why again? I always forget. What's the reason that Penelope can't just be like, I'm not marrying any of you, leave? Is it because they're like, all right, then I guess we'll conquer your kingdom or something? Is that like the situation? Can anyone look it up? Why?
Chance for action. Here and now we can take control. Here and now burn it down to ashes. Channel the fire inside your soul.
Or also maybe, you know, I know Telemachus is still kind of young, but they could still like be like, well, Telemachus is king now. He's old enough. So get out of here.
Haven't you noticed
Who's missing? Don't you know the prince is not around? I hear he's on a diplomatic mission, and I hear today he comes back to town. I say we gather near the beaches. I say we wait till he arrives.
Then when he docks his ship, we can breach it. Let us leave now. Today we can strike.
So, like, what's the plan there? You kill the prince, and then... what? Are you just gonna do a coup? Be like, alright, Penelope, we're the ones who are gonna be in charge now. You can't fight us. It's like... she still has whatever army her nation had. Or did most of the army leave with Odysseus, and that's why they can't, like, really anger anybody or kick people out? Is that maybe that's the situation? I don't know.
Hold him down till the boy stops shaking. Hold him down while I slit his throat.
Hold him down and slowly take his pride, his trust, his faith, and his bones.
Cut him down into tiny pieces. Throw him down in the great below. When the crowd wonders where the prince is, only the ocean and I will know.
Yeah, cool. Why? What's the plan? By the way, this song reminds me of the parody version, where it's like Telemachus' birthday. Really good one.
And then we'll hold her down while her gate is open. Hold her down while I get a taste. Hold her down while we share her spoils.
So essentially, okay, that's the plan. So they're just gonna be like, all right, whatever, we're sacking your kingdom. Get out of here. We don't even want to rule it anymore. We're gonna tear it down and take out all your riches.
Now there's a chance for action. Even now we can take control. Even now run it down
Well, no, I guess they do want it. It is a coup, is what I'm getting. Bleh.
to ashes. Channel the fire inside your soul. Now hold 'em down, 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 hold 'em down.
Got really loud at the end there. My goodness. Why did it get so loud? Alright. Anyway, after they do their plan and it fails, Odysseus arrives. Or maybe he arrives and it fails. This song is King Odysseus. This is by Gwendy, NS2D Studios.
Soul at the edge of the unknown. Somewhere in the shadows lurks an agile, deadly foe. We have the advantage with the numbers and the might. You don't understand it. This man plans for every fight.
He does plan for every fight. How'd you know that? You don't know it's Odysseus, I don't think. By the way, I'm pretty sure the bow he's using here is literally the bow from the challenge. You know, the one that you need to, like, with metal to, like a steel string. Just, it's like the one that requires like a steel string. I'm pretty sure to use, and a lot of strength to pull back.
Where is he?
Where is he? Keep your head down. He's aiming for the torches.
Our weapons, they're missing. He's using the darkness to hide his approaches. We're empty-handed.
Man, he really made them as helpless as he could before he went in. As the guy said, he plans for every fight.
Up against an archer, our only chance is to strike him in the darkness.
We know he's hard.
The odds gotta be tilted. You don't think I know my own palace? I built it.
You know, maybe, maybe, if Odysseus hadn't remembered every single part of his palace, they had a chance to turn it around with their own knowledge of the palace. Unfortunately, they didn't even have that advantage. They were screwed from the start. Also, I'm pretty sure we saw Gwendy's version of the prophet that talked to Odysseus, and I'm pretty sure this is the exact scene that he showed him when he said, "A ghastly man with a trail of bodies."
Damn, he's more cunning than I assumed. While we were busy plotting, he hid our weapons inside this room.
You know, maybe you should have armed yourself rather than be like, damn, he's smart. I mean, it was a little late for that, so. No, Odysseus, if I fight those monsters, is it you I'll find. Right from the legendary song. Also, I hope they're not about to fight, because your son, Odysseus. Odie, please. Alright. We're almost at the end. There's only like 3 more videos. This one is I Can't Help But Wonder. Automatic by Gigi. Hey Odie, how you doing? Oh, Telemachus.
All my life I'd have died to meet you. Thought about your name so much it hurts. For 20 years I dreamt of how I'd greet you. Oh, and now you're here.
Yeah.
I can't find the words.
I can't imagine what that would be like. Because, you know, it would be easy to resent Odysseus for not being there for you, but also you know that he's like fighting monsters and stuff. Like, he's literally a legendary hero. Not on the level of Hercules, but set in the same, like, vein. So he's like, it is a little, like, shocking to finally meet him, huh?
All my life I'd have died to know you.
It helps that Penelope's constantly, like, talking you up.
Days and nights I wish that I could show you. For 20 years I never could outgrow you. Oh, and now you're here. I can't help but wonder what your world must be if we're like each other.
I'm sorry, I can't help but focus. His neck is so long, man. It just, like, keeps standing out to me.
If I have your strength in me, I can't help but feel like sorrow's all I've known. And I can't help but realize for so long I felt alone. Oh my.
Is that... Oh, I think... Is this, like, the other half of that same song? This is by Wolfie the Witch.
Son, look how much you've grown.
It sounds like this is the other half of the song based on the sounds.
Oh my boys.
Obviously. I don't know. I'm sorry.
This joy I've known. 20 years ago I held you in my arms. How time has flown. Oh.
Yeah.
Used to say it'd make the storm clouds cry for you. Used to say it'd capture wind and sky for you. Held you in my arms.
This must be so overwhelming for Odysseus. He's just like, you can't imagine the things I've done to get back to you. And now you're here. And now I'm here. And you're here. And we're here together.
Prepared to die for you. Oh, how time has flown. I can only wonder.
I do like also that he's clearly like, you could see the family resemblance of him looking similar, not quite exactly like younger Odysseus, but very similar.
Your world has been things you've had to suffer, and the strength you hold within. All I've ever wanted was to reunite with my own. 20 years we've wandered, but today you're not alone. My son, I'm finally home.
Oh, the happy ending. Oh, the happy ending that took an entire odyssey to reach, man. Woo. Waiting for Love by Radical Drawings.
Would you fall in love with me again if you knew all I've done, the things I cannot change?
Yeah, the infant.
Would you love me all the same? And no,
I hope you talk to Eurylochus's wife, by the way. Your sister, by the way. Be like, yeah, I totally killed him. I'm sorry.
that you've been
Waiting. I love they keep bringing back waiting. 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 And like, just the whole melody as well.
for love.
Oh. Alright, we're at the very final song in the playlist. Olive Tree by Sackett. Alright. We're at the end. Hey.
Where to begin? How long's it been? So many years ago, we were just kids. We met in silence.
Yeah, this is Penelope singing.
Here on this island, and I won't forget.
Hi.
He'd invite me like this. When the day sleeps, I'll be waiting by the olive tree. All of me wants to be next to you.
I genuinely don't think I've ever heard this song, and it's so sweet.
When the stars shine, and it's our time at the olive tree. Come with me, love.
And it's the same olive tree I'm pretty sure he turned into their bed that they sleep on. and built his entire castle around. Which, again, crazy impressive. And that's all we got. Oh, man. Oh. What a musical. I love that so much. Oh. Wow. That's epic. And I really thought it was epic. I love that musical so much. It's not even completed. I love it so much. I can't wait for the completed version. I think I'll probably die when it comes. Man. Obviously, as we got on, the quality of things got a little shaky at the end. Even, like, the audio quality and all that stuff. Don't blame them. And don't blame me either. It just... The other saga, the final sagas just aren't out yet. The full songs aren't released or anything. And people haven't gotten time to make animatics of all of it because they're not out. Blah, blah, blah. Boo, 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 boo. Makes sense. If you enjoyed that, though, for everything that we had, go check out the original. Give them a like, comment, subscribe, and, you know, while you're down there in the description, do that for the same for me. I would really appreciate it. It would help my channel grow a ton. Thank you. Also, remember to recommend me stuff to watch. The playlist of things for me to watch is kind of running a little dry, so give me some suggestions, guys. I kind of really need them. But enough about that. Once again, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye! Stop recording. I was wondering for further reactions if you'd be up to European musicals. There's some available with an English sub, and they're really underappreciated. Sure, why not? Absolutely, why not? Just give me some recommendations, and I'll see what's the availability of watching them, like for finding like an English like dub or subs or whatever. I'll put them on the polls, and we'll see what happens. All right, great. Oh, the Discord, right? You can put recommendations on the Discord. For anybody who's here and would like to join the Discord, there's a link. That should work, hopefully. See you there. They've got a recommendation chat. I've been really thinking for a while of maybe potentially, possibly doing like a D&D thing on the server. I don't know if people would be interested in that. I don't know if I'd have time to run one, but I kind of want to do that. We'll see. Yeah. That's about it. That's all we got. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm probably going to go keep listening to Epic the Musical stuff, to be honest with you, after this. I'm probably going to watch some more. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, gee. This is the outro song, doo-doo. This is the outro song, doo-doo. This is the outro, outro. This is the outro song, doo-doo. This is the outro song. This is the outro song, doo-doo. This is the outro song. This is the outro song, doo-doo. Outro song. Outro song, doo-doo. Bye. Bye. Oh. Oh, fun fact. Wait, before the video ends, the crew has been beeswaxing the ears. They had absolutely no idea what the siren told them. The only way to go home was the Layer Scylla. The only person that knows that is Odysseus. I mentioned that before. See, I'm not crazy. Thank you, Rihanna. Anyway, actually.